Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Gooner Gathering. My name is Gooner Lee Meads, and what I wanted to do today, before we do our live for the England versus Slovakia knockout game in the Euros, I thought it might be fun just to document what we might want to do for our starting 11s for the game. So I've got in touch with my co-commentators for the day. Sam and Posh Bertie, and they've actually come back with the same answer for their side. So what I thought I'll do with you is I'll put their lineup on the screen right now. So let's go through it. Obvious pick in goal, Jordan Pickford, miles above anybody I think else that we've got in the squad. Three of the back four, I think, kind of pick themselves, and that is Walker, Stones and Mark Gay. Look, this is the settled lineup. The only question I think we've got to talk about for England here is the left back position, with Trippier having a bit of an injury scare, and of course Shaw is still missing from his previous injury, or certainly not had any game time. I think it's extremely risky for him to come in a lineup like this, since he hasn't actually played any football at all since February. So yeah, I'd probably stick Joe Gomez out there. It's something I've called on for most of the tournament, in fairness. Now the line, where are we? The line here in the midfield is an interesting one. Rice, Bellingham, and that's Phil Foden. Now Phil Foden, of course, had a brief spell away from the side with obviously the birth of his, I think it's his third child this week. So congratulations to Phil. Whether I'd play him in this lineup, I might not. I'll get back to it in a minute. Also, I'll get some thoughts from Kobe Mainu, who, by all sources, sounds like he might be coming in. But this is what the lads have gone for, so we'll stick with this. Saka, Cole Palmer in for a start. This is what I'd like to see. And Ollie Watkins as the central striker. So I'll take this off because this is a bit uncomfortable. Here we go. Right, so let's get through this. So Watkins as your centre forward, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I think what Harry Kane has been doing throughout this tournament is trying to get involved in the game. He's trying to come deeper, and I think it's upsetting the balance of the side. I think that he's very much playing like he did at Tottenham in his last season. Kane was going deeper, and Heung-min Son was going as the centre striker. So that's why I would actually replace him. He doesn't look fit either. Watkins, why not give him a chance? I think it's definitely worth a throw of the dice, because it can't get any worse, can it? Let's be fair. Palmer, again, I think it gives it a bit more balance, doesn't it? With him up front. You could have an arguable case for Bowen as well, couldn't you? He impressed on his brief cameo that he had. One of the few bright spots, perhaps, that we might have had in the tournament. Let's talk about Conor Gallagher, who only had 45 minutes in the previous game before getting subbed out by Kobe Mainu. I think that's a bit harsh, to be fair. And if we're thinking that the squad is struggling anyway, why put a really, really young kid in when surely you need a bit of experience to steady the ship a bit? I think if you throw him in, it rather leaves him out to dry. Bit like Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's been asked to play in a defensive sort of midfield position. Well, you know what I mean. That midfield 8, if you want, with no real time on the pitch doing that. I think. We've just looked unbalanced and all out of sorts. It's interesting how the path has led for the knockout stages, and we might have had a slightly easier a path through, perhaps, but we shall see how we get on. We are live on Gooner Gathering at 4:45 this afternoon for our alternative match coverage. We hope we can see you there. You can find me at Gooner Lee Mead. You can find us at Gooner Gathering. We'll see you later.